Hi guys, the first practice question was about the Jewar International Airport, which is in news nowadays. And this question was based on logic. No knowledge was needed to solve this question. And guys, it is very important that you all solve such questions because it hones your critical thinking, it hones your logical thinking skills. So this question, the success of this question is from the fact that only about 40% of you could identify the right question. That means around 60% have made a mistake in this question. And making mistakes is good because it forces you to analyze what went wrong. It forces you to look at where you made the error, and next time you don't make that mistake. So it's very important to make mistakes, just don't repeat them. So in this question, it simply gives you a list of factors. This question is inspired from the locational factors part mentioned in your syllabus. So I've just made it according to prelims, and actually such questions have come in the previous years in prelims. So I've given you a set of factors, and which of the above determine the location of a new international airport. So a new international airport means any new, not just the Jewar airport that is in news. So here the answer is 1 and 4 only. So 1 means political will and 4 means water, labor and power. So yes, these are important because without these, such infrastructure projects cannot proceed. And if we look at the other statements, it is important to understand why they are wrong. So the second statement says, same party government in the center and in the state. Yes, presently we have the same party government in UP as well as in Delhi. But this does not mean that if this factor is not present, new infrastructure projects will not start. All right. Similarly, the next statement is talking about nearness to another international airport. This also is not a necessity to locate another project of this kind. If there is an international airport nearby, that is fine if it is a business hub. So that kind of transportation would be there, that multiple international airports can still serve the demand of the market, but this is not a necessary factor. And lastly, no crime. Now this is a utopia, guys. No crime is an extreme statement in itself. There can never be a situation when there is absolutely no crime. So crime just has to be under control. This is important. So 2, 3 and 5 are wrong, and 1 and 4 would be correct. I've got good love from you guys in this question. More than 60% have said it is good, and around 70% have said it is excellent. Some of you have said it is okay and needs improvement. Now this is where I am most interested. I always mark my answers as needs improvement because naturally whenever you are doing something, there's always scope for improvement. So I keep on thinking about how I can further improve, make these questions more interesting and challenging. But you also must help me out in this aspect. What do you feel could have made this question more relevant, if at all? If there's some suggestion you can provide, or if not a suggestion, probably tell me the problems in this question, so that either I'll be able to explain why I made this question to you, so that you get clarity about the thinking behind the question, or you are able to explain me the problems and I can work on it. So that will be the first practice question. The second practice question was on more traditional lines. It doesn't really have anything logical, so to say. It does require some amount of knowledge, but there are questions like these which seem to be very knowledge heavy, but many times it happens that the options are framed in such a way that the question can be done easily. Now this question gives you, asks you to match the places with the industries these places are famous for. And the trick to solve this question was just this fifth point. If you see Agra and footwear. Now Kanpur, Agra, all these places are famous for tannery industry, leather works, etc. So if you are able to get this much information, you are able to mark footwear as Agra, this stands a high degree of being correct if you know this. And knowing this leather industry and tannery businesses around Agra, Kanpur, etc., is expected because Ganga pollution has been in news for many years now, and all these industries are in news. All these towns, cities are in news along with the industries. So if you know that fifth Agra is for footwear, the only option that says 5 is related to echo E is the first one, and it is your answer. Now, I purposely framed the options in such a way that with just this one information, you are able to solve the question, but this does not mean that it will happen in most cases or in, most number of times in prelims. So, information for the above also is needed. Now, all these points were given in that article I shared in the group. I had highlighted also all this in yellow. In the articles, guys, whatever is highlighted in yellow is important for prelims. Whatever is highlighted in that orangish color is important and relevant for mains. So that will be this second practice question.